Hey everyone, what's going on? Today I'm going to show you a calculator that I use with my clients when they join with us to help them determine how well they're doing within their business. This is my perfect P&L calculator. It's very easy to use, and we're going to figure out if what you're following matches up with our prime ratio and our targets. Hi, I'm Joe Siegel, founder of Greenlight Financial, and today we're going to show you how easy it is to use this calculator here to determine how your business compares against what we think it should be doing. Well, it's very easy. We're going to start by using these highlighted in yellow areas to fill out with our business information or your business information to figure out how we compare against the overall target. So what we're going to do here is start with sales. We're going to start with, let's say we do 200K, right? Oh, sorry. 20K. We need 200K. There we go. Perfect. Now, if you're a business who is a advertising or marketing agency, then you might use this line here for cost of goods sold because let's say this is your client's ad spend. But if you're not producing a good, then we won't necessarily use this line. So for now, I'm going to kind of ignore it. Now, we're going to fill out each one of these items here. And in particular, what we're looking at is comparing it against a consulting company. So right now, I'll get into that a little bit further, but let's get back to filling this out very quickly. Advertising and marketing is our ad spend. So how much do we spend monthly on ad spend? Let's just say we spend 30K a month. Cool. So again, we have 200K in revenue, 30K a month in ad spend. Let's say we spend about 100K on team right now. Okay. Fixed overheads. Fixed overheads can be things like rent, software, utilities. A lot of times for the online based businesses, they don't really have a rent or overhead. So in particular cases with my clients, they tend to only have like software be their major expense. And that can usually range between, let's say, 5 and 10K. So what I'm going to do here then is choose a middle ground. Let's go with 7K just to be safe. All right. Next, we're talking about variable overheads. Variable overheads can be things like office supplies. It can be legal and professional fees. This can be shipping, gifts for clients, and things like that. So we'll say here what I see on average is between 3 and 5K. So let's go with, let's go with 4K. Cool. And then lastly, this business development category is something that we actually use specifically with our company. And this category is for things like training and education, meals and entertainment pertaining to the business, and as well as travel. What I typically find is my clients in the online world are always trying to learn, taking courses, always trying to better themselves. There's typical meal expenses as a business owner, whether it be for your team or for yourself. And then travel can be anywhere between, let's say, 5 and 15K if you're going to events. So what I'm going to safely put here as just a general number for all that, I'm going to go with about 15K just to play it safe. So if we do that, now the first number I want to look at is I want to determine how does our pre-tax profit look? And that is this number here. And that number is 22%. Now, what does that mean? Well, if we come over to here using the Greenlight target, if your revenue was 200K, then ideally your expenses should be about this per month. See, if we follow the target of a consulting platform, then we don't really want to spend too much on ads well, I shouldn't say we don't want to spend too much, but ideally we want to spend this much on ads and this much on labor, right? Because if you think about a consulting firm, they will have about a medium amount in ad spend and their labor is a little bit heavier, so it will be medium as well, right? You're not exactly a course where your course can run to thousands of people and might only require a few coaches or no coaches at all. We do need a little bit more team, so we account for that. Now, this 55% is a prime ratio number that we use that's exclusive to your style of business. So in this particular case, we're focusing on consulting. So we see the 20% and the 35%. So if I look at that, and our target then is to get to 30% pre-tax profit. That for me is the goal across the board as a minimum with my clients. That accounts for things to be able to make sure you have money for taxes, money for growth in the business, and money for distributions as an owner. Because otherwise, why are we in business? So if we look at this right away, we can see, hey, our ad spend is actually really good right now. We spend 30K, we could have spent up to 40K. So we're pretty efficient. It could be that our ROAS is top notch right now. Where we're kind of losing big time is our labor. In this particular case, the labor is eating up about half of the profit, should be closer to about 70K, and is over by about 30K. A couple things we can kind of infer from that. One, it might mean that we need more team to deliver our product than we realize. So we either maybe need to change the cost of our product, or two, maybe our team isn't being used to maximum capacity at this moment. And maybe they can handle more work, which means we need to get more profit, more revenue in the door. Meaning if we can get it a little bit higher, then this team makes sense. Now, we're not going to just fire people right away because we see that, right? We're not going to go, well, obviously I need to downsize my team. Well, not necessarily. You are still in a positive pre-tax profit, which is a good place to be. But I would argue that if you're able to produce 200K with 30K in ad spend, then maybe our ad spend right now is really doing well with that great ROAS. And we should actually spend a little bit more money to get more money in the door because we're efficient on our ad spend and our team can handle more. Now, if our team can't handle more, again, we're going to go back to the drawing board and figure out, because otherwise we're just going to keep having this problem at scale. Next, we're kind of looking at our overheads here. Now, we generally speaking, think of our overheads as kind of a bucket, right? We'll put them all together and say we really don't want them to exceed 15%. Well, as you can see here, that's not the case, right? We're actually at only about 14%. So we're right in margin with what we're looking for. So again, I'm not really concerned about that, or 13%, but I'm not really concerned about that then. That means we're efficient on our overheads, we're good there. And our main problem child to pay attention to is our team and figuring out how to navigate that. So after you do this here, if you have any questions or you would like this calculator for yourself to try out and see how you compare against some of the targets that we have, reach out to us here at Greenlight and we can help you. And if team ends up being something that you're having trouble with, we have awesome labor budgets that we built and we work with our clients to help them really navigate this type of issue. So reach out to us here at Greenlight Financial and we will help you today. Thanks.